Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and as usual I am so excited to have you here today. So guys, as promised, in today's video we are going to be doing part B of doing a paper from scratch. So if you are new here, kindly check my previous video, that is part A of doing an academic paper from scratch. So what we did is this paper here that you're seeing on the screen. So we did this paper, we answered this paper, and then we found some references to this paper. So today what I want us to do is to format this paper. So guys, the question was on what is CTPAT and what benefits a business that joins CTPAT, how a business benefits from joining CTPAT. So we first introduced what is CTPAT, as you can see here, and then we did the benefits. We found all this from the internet. If you want to see, guys, what we did, and if it's your first time here, kindly check my previous video. First of all, watch part A before coming to watch part B of this video, and then we also did the references. So today we are just going to do the final touches, how to format this paper. And for you to understand what we're doing here, make sure you watch part A if you haven't already, and then let us begin. So in the previous video we did we answered this question, we did the benefits, and we also did the references. So today we are going to format this paper, and we're going to do that in 4 easy steps. First of all, guys, we're just first going to check our paper for grammar, and then we're going to check for plagiarism. That means see if we have copied too much from the internet. And then we are going to do some Intext citations. We're going to use our references to do our Intext. And then finally, we are going to format this paper according to APA 6th edition. That is, even put our page numbers, know where to put our running head, know where to put our title, know how to format our paragraphs, and all that. So guys, before we begin, like I said, we answered this question. So this is a question we did in the previous video, and we're still going to use like the same sample to format according to the 4 steps that I just mentioned. So guys, without wasting much time, I want us to like go to check our paper for grammar. So before you submit your paper, you have to make sure that your grammar is good, and we're going to use a Grammarly app to check if we have any corrections that we need to do on grammar. So guys, for grammar we're going to use Grammarly. If you don't know what this is, it's just an app that you subscribe and pay like something like a premium according to the package that you want, so that you can use it like to check your grammar. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to like copy this part. I'm going to copy this part of the answer, and I'm going to paste it in my Grammarly, and then Grammarly is going to correct all my grammar mistakes. So guys, as you can see, this is how Grammarly looks like. If you have never used Grammarly, this is how it looks like. You can see the right side. The right side is going to give you like the overall score to see how your grammar is. So I have like a 97 here. Correctness, like there are 4 alerts. So if you have like 10 mistakes, it's going to say 10 alerts, and then it's going to make suggestions for you to like correct. So see, like my clarity is like clear, very engaging, so just right. So we're just going to correct these 4. Sometimes your grammar mistakes can be as many as 20 or 30, but that's not a problem, because you just have like to, for example, CTPAT is a program which works, so you just have to like click there, and then Grammarly is going to give my suggestion. So I'm supposed to say that works and not which works. So you're just going to like tap there, and it's going to correct. So it's that easy, and then you just like follow that routine. So it agrees to collaborate with CBP to protect the chain of supply. Says like the correct grammar is to use supply chain. So you see it's correcting itself, and as you correct, the number of alerts reduce, and then your score goes up. So there's also this one. It says like my mistake here is I have a mistake of this sentence. It's in red, so we're just going to have to, it says this sentence appears to be a sentence fragment. Consider relating it as a complex sentence. So sometimes not all suggestions, sometimes if you don't want to change what Grammarly is suggesting, you can see like this, like a dustbin, a bin icon here. You can just press it if you feel like that English is how you wanted it to be. So I'm just going to like dismiss that one and then go on. So wrong punctuation, correct that one. Then let's keep going. I have one more alert. So there's on cite. It's supposed to be like with a dash. Looking good. Let's see, guys. You see what I'm doing? You just this means let's see. If you don't feel like changing, you just use the bin icon. Conciseness. So Gram is going to correct. I've used the word fine too many times, so I can just say satisfactory instead. Everything's clear and okay. This one we have to finish satisfaction, and that's it, guys. So you made that look. So if you see like there are no more corrections, great job, everything is good. Now we can just use this one. So I'm going to use what I have. So I'm going to come back to my, so this is my original Word document, the one that has not been corrected. I'm going to delete that, and then I'm going to copy what I have done here in my Grammarly app. So I'm just going to copy this. So this is what I'm going to use, because now this one is free of grammar mistakes. So I'm just going to use that one. So guys, now this is the new, this is the new version of the paper that I'm going to use, because it's like it's free of grammar mistakes. Okay, so we're going to format later the paragraphs. So just wanted you guys to see how you use how you check your work for grammar. Okay, now that's it. Okay, so that's step number 1, guys. Like I said, there are 4 steps. So number 2, we're going to check this work for plagiarism. Okay, so you don't post a work that has like plagiarism. Like, okay, plagiarism is checked in terms of percentage. If you've copied too much from the internet, maybe your work is going to be all the way to 100%. So like the lower the percentage, the better your work is. So you have to make sure that you've not copied too much. You know, sometimes when you paraphrase, you tend to copy some stuff from the internet. So we're going to check this work for plagiarism, and I'm going to show you guys just how to go about it. Okay, so I feel like this font is a little bit small, so I'll just change the font here. See, so that it's easier for you guys to see. Just going to use that, so now so that it's clearer. So now, guys, let's check this work for plagiarism and see whether we need to correct it. Okay, so guys, how do you check your work for plagiarism? It is really simple, because we're just going to use a website called Sanitine. So it's just going to like tell us in terms of percentage whether we've copied too much from the internet. So the lower the percentage, the better your work, and the higher the percentage means like you have a lot of plagiarized work and you might need to like paraphrase it once again. So guys, I'm just going to take you to my Turnitin and show you exactly how to go about it. So this is what Turnitin looks like for those of you who have never used it, and it's really easy to use. So as you can see here, just required to like write my first name. So all this is just to make it easier for you to trace your document once you submit it. Okay, so I'm just going to write my name, Carey, here, and another Carey here. Let's just write everything Carey so that it's easy to trace this document. Also, another thing that I would like you to note is you need to like come across this piece of information that says the file you're submitting will not be added to any repository. That simply means that once you upload your document in Turnitin, the purpose is only to check the similarity with the internet content, and not to like submit it to the internet, because if this piece of information is not there, it means like your Turnitin is set in a way that you're going to submit your information to the internet, which means it's going to be like plagiarized like 100%. So we're just using Turnitin to check our similarity index and not to submit our work. Okay, so if you don't know how to like go about the Turnitin thing, the Turnitin website, please watch my video on how to check work for plagiarism. I have explained it step by step. Okay, I've done a video on that. Just simply check it and see how we get to this point. Also, just like grammarly, you also have to purchase a package, a Turnitin package, because it is not available for free. Okay, so we're just going to go to the next step, which means I'm going to upload from this computer, and then I'm going to just upload this file, and then I'm going to come here and say upload. So this is how you use Turnitin. It is not it's an easy process, and then it's going to ask you to confirm whether this is the document you want to check. Okay, then we're just going to confirm this is the document, and then if you scroll down, you're going to see something that says we take your privacy seriously. So this means that this content will not be submitted. Then you're just going to say go to assignment inbox, so that we can see our similarity index. So guys, let's trace our document. It's like right here at the top, it says Carey. Our similarity is like 0%. That means like our work is plagiarism free. So but guys, sometimes if you can see this other document here is like at 1%, another one is like at 31%. So guys, if you feel like if your similarity index goes above 10%, it's not a bad thing, but it's like you've like kind of plagiarized. And if it goes beyond 10, it goes 20, it goes to 30, you just have to come here like and select. If my work was plagiarized, I'd say like select here, and then there's this option here of downloading this file. So you just have to download the file once you feel like it is too plagiarized. And once you download it, there's like a button here to the right. I think my screen is not recording that part, but there's like a drop down arrow that says download. It's like to the far right. I don't think it's being captured by the screen. It says download. So you're going to download that, and then you're going to, every part that is like plagiarized is going to show in red. So you're going to paraphrase those parts that are showing in red, because that is what is making your document plagiarized. Okay, but if your like similarity is like 4%, 6%, that's like good to go. Okay, so ours is like okay, but if I had like 10%, I'll just like select here and then go to the far right and say download, and then paraphrase the red parts. Okay, so that's how easily you use Turnitin, guys. So I know now that my paper is good, so we go to the next step. I said there are 3 steps, 4 steps. We've already done we've already checked for grammar, we've checked plagiarism. Now let's go to step number 3, where I want us to do Intext citations. Okay, so guys, now step 3, Intext citations. So where do we place our Intext citations? So Intext citations are part of formatting your paper, and they come from your references. So after we did this paper, we did the benefits, we answered the questions, and then we did our references. If you don't know how to acquire references, kindly watch part A of this video. Also watch how to acquire references using Cite This For Me and using Google Scholar. You're going to see how to acquire the references. So we got these references from last time we did the paper, and we are going to use them as our Intext citations. Also, we use Intext depending on the type of format that you've been asked to use. For this particular paper, I wanted us to use like APA formats, and in APA format, an Intext citation is like you brackets, it's going to be like author and year. It's that simple. So if you don't know what an Intext is, let me just like demonstrate here. So for example, we acquired information somewhere, and say like the name of the author was like John Smith, and then like the year of publication was 2019. 2019. Okay, so if I want to use an Intext citation for this, I'm just going to use brackets. So we're just going to use like brackets Smith. So we don't use the first name, we just use the surname, comma 2019. So this is what you're going to use in the middle of your document. Okay, so let's use the references in this particular case. So in this case, it's like quite different, because when you use your references, mostly you can see like we have the publication here. We have this one. The first one is 2021. This other one is also 2021. But in this case, we acquired information from like websites belonging to organizations. For example, we acquired this one from the US Customs and Border Protection. So like there was no particular author, it was just like the US. As you can see, the link also states it's like .gov.government. Okay, the second one the same, and the third one the same. So this is an exception. So for this case, we're just going to use like the name of the website and the author. No, we're going to use the name of the website as the author, then the year of publication. So if I want to use an Intext for this one, I'm just going to say CBP. So the author is the website name is was the US Department of Homeland Security, like CBP, and then the year is 2021. So I'm just going to come here, separate part of the document, and then I'm going to say CBP 2021. So this is what I'm going to use for my Intext in the middle of the document. And guys, like I said, if it was the name of a person, so for example, some other references come with names of person, just use like the surname instead of CBP. Use the like the surname is Smith, comma 2021. It's that simple. So let's see. For the second one, I acquired this from AAHP.organization. So this is going to be AAHP 2021. Okay, because we acquired this from an organization, and there was no like there wasn't a name of a particular author. So AAHP 2021. You can see I'm using comma and year. Okay, like that. And then also we have the third reference is we acquired this from CBP also. So like it's like the same, the first, similar to the first one, CBP. So there's a difference between Intext citations using APA and MLA. So MLA, we use the same thing, but we don't use year of publication. We use page number. For example, if you acquired this information from page 2, MLA, we would have just said CBP, and then we say 2. So this is what you would have used if this paper was like an MLA paper. So if you want to know the difference between formatting MLA and APA, also check. I've done videos on that. Kindly check. So in this particular one, let's concentrate on APA. So I'm just going to copy this one throughout my entire document as my Intext citation. So the first one was on, I acquired information about CTPT, the introduction part, and I got it from CBP. So I'm going to come back here. So I got this part from that website. So I'm just going to say CTPT is a program which works to strengthen global supply chains and improve US border security. So I got this part from this website, which is in my reference. So that is how I'm going to use. So this is going to be my Intext citations. So for those of you guys who don't understand what Intext citation is, that is how we use it. So for example, the benefits part. So I acquired these benefits from this reference here, from the AAHP article. Okay, so this is where I acquired the benefits part. So if I want to Intext cite this, I'm going to use this Intext citation here in the benefits part. Okay, I'm just going to come here to my benefits and say the first benefit was 1, access to supply chain. I'm just going to Intext there. It's that simple, guys. it's just like stating where you got that information from, but instead of a reference, a shorter way, we call it an in-text. Okay. The second benefit is faster transportation of goods, and in text there too. See guys what I'm doing. The third one, also, okay, there's also another benefit here, so I'm just going to in-text that one also, so you can see it's really easy. That is how you in-text, and so on and so on. So make sure like in every paragraph you in-text the reference that you acquired, you in-text that. So that is the meaning of in-text citations. So moving on guys, let's go to part the final part of formatting a paper is let's see, we've not put our page numbers. We need a cover page. Okay, we need a page number, a cover page, and then we need to format into Times New Roman. It's the acceptable one for academic writing, and the font needs to be 12. And then we are going to like arrange our paragraphs. Okay, so the final step. So guys, this is how we insert a page number. We're just going to like double click, and then we get the header and footer tools. Then we're just going to come here and say page number, top of page, and then we're going to choose option 3, and we'll make sure that the page number itself is in the correct format, which is Times New Roman font, I mean, and then size 12. So guys, this is APA 7th edition, where I'm just required to write the page number. But if I was doing APA 6th edition, you're going to be required to like write a running head. So for the running head, you're just going to like write like the topic of the paper and say benefits of CTPAT if I was doing in 6th edition. And I'll also make sure that all this is in the right font, Times New Roman 12. Then I'm going to push this running head to the far left by using the space button. So this is APA 6th edition. Okay, so this running head is going to appear in every other page. And then we go back to head and footer tools, and then say different first page. And then the different first page is where we're going to write the running head title. So we're just going to follow the same, and then we say running head. Say running head. Running head. Then we say benefits of CTPAT. Then we make sure that all this is in the correct font. It's in the correct font, 12. And then we're going to push this using the space button to the left. So guys, this is APA 6th edition. This is actually the only difference between 6th and 7th edition. Okay, so if we go back, we're going to see. So guys, you can see the running head is like on the top. It's at the top, and then you can see like benefits of CTPAT is going to keep appearing on every page. Okay, so this is 6th edition, but now that we are doing 7th edition, we don't need the running head and the title, we just need the page number. So I'm just going to like erase that because I wanted this to be like 7th edition, but that's actually the only difference. Everything else is the same. So just wanted us to do 7th edition. So 7th edition, we just need the page number. Just make sure like the page number is like correct. So we're going to use the correct Times New Roman and then 12. So this is now 7th edition. So we don't need this. So what is appearing here? So okay, just going to erase this, because I don't need it for, we don't need it for 6th edition. So this is just I was just showing you how to go about the 6th edition formatting. So now this is what we do for 7th edition. So now we have our page number, we have our title. Let's bold this title there. Name, professor, institution, dates. So the next thing, guys, that I want us to do is make sure like the whole document is in the right font. So I'm just going to say Control All, then I'm going to come here, the font, say new Times New Roman, make sure everything is 12, and then the spacing here has to be 2, spacing of 2 right there, guys. So I'm just going to like drop this, make sure that this is little the center, and then I'm going to like space this a little bit there. Okay, like that. So now this is our cover page, guys. Just look at it. This is our cover page, page number, top there, topic, name, professor, institution, date. Then now the explanation starts, page 2. Okay, so now we have page 2 here. So we have our another difference between APA 7th and 6th edition is that in the 6th edition, this part here would have been introduction. Instead of writing what you're talking about CTPAT, we will have written introduction. But because this is 7th edition, you're just going to say CTPAT. Then we're going to like make sure we bold the subtopics and center them. Okay, we bold that and we center that. So guys, if you want to know the difference between APA 7th edition, 6th edition, and MLA, I have done that. I have done how to format in APA, MLA. Just check those other videos. So guys, the next thing that I want us to do is format our paragraphs. So I'm just going to come here, the first paragraph, place the cursor there and say tab. That is called indenting. Okay, this is how it's supposed to be. So I'm going to come here to the second paragraph, tab. That is like I've indented that paragraph, and then if there's any other all paragraphs, I'm going to indent all paragraphs, and that's it. Okay, so guys, see, I hope you're following how we are doing like these final touches. And then the reference part, make sure that the reference is also bold and it's also centered. And then we're going to make sure that our references are hanging. So I'm just going to show you what I mean by hanging. So you select your references and then you come here, the part that says paragraph, this arrow here, guys, this arrow here. We come here where we say special hanging. So first of all, if it was none, okay, our references are like this, like when you paste them from the internet. But you have to make sure that your references are hanging. So you just have to like select the references, then come paragraph here, then says where we have special, you say hanging, and then you say okay, and you're going to note the difference. So guys, that is the final touch. Okay, so now we have our page number up there, we have our topic, name, professor, institution, date. We have our topic, we have part 1, we have indented our paragraphs, we have Intext citations, we have references, and guys, that is all. So now this paper is ready to submit. So now you can submit this paper and wait for your payment. So I'm just going to erase this part. So now you can submit this paper. It's a complete paper, everything is checked, everything is correct. You submit this paper and then wait for your payment. So guys, that is it. So this was part B, this was formatting, and the first thing we did is check for grammar. We also checked for plagiarism, and then we in-texted, and then lastly we did the final touches, which includes placing our cover page, making sure we have our page number, indenting our paragraphs, and making sure that our references are hanging. So guys, if you have been floating, if you don't know what you're talking about here, I have done all these videos. I've done how to format in APA, MLA, I've done how to check references, I've done how to do paraphrasing. So make sure you watch part A of this before you watch part B, so that you don't get lost. And I'm going to be bringing more of these tutorials to make sure, guys, that you understand everything. So if you have a request, just let me know in the comment section below, and make sure you watch all other videos so that you catch up and so that you know what you're doing every time I do a tutorial. I appreciate the love, guys. Kindly make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.